Welcome to this lecture where we are going to see how the microbes can cause cancer. So we might be wondering that the microbes generally cause infective diseases. But can you imagine that hepatocellular carcinoma can be produced by a fungus? Yes, that's true. Aspergillus is this fungal species that can cause hepatocellular carcinoma because it releases the mycotoxin. Aflatoxin B1 Aspergillus species is most commonly present in peanut farmers. This exposure, it will cause DNA mutations in the liver cells resulting in hepatocellular carcinoma. The another sinister helminth or the fluke or the trematode is Clonarchus sinensis, where it can also cause cholangiocarcinoma of bile duct. But we have a good news over here. If we treat the Clonarchus sinensis with a drug, then such as praziquantel as the first line therapy, then cholangiocarcinoma of the bile duct can be prevented. What about the virus and the carcinoma? It is a common fact that hepatitis B and hepatitis C viruses can cause hepatocellular carcinoma through chronic inflammation and cirrhosis. So initially it will start with chronic inflammation, then progressing to cirrhosis, and then resulting in hepatocellular carcinoma. While the unknown fact or the less known fact is that the Helicobacter pylori, which is a spiral shaped gram negative rod, which is generally causes gastritis, can cause maltoma or malt lymphoma, which is a B cell lymphoma variant. Of course, it is treatable, but it causes malt lymphoma. What about Epstein-Barr virus? Epstein-Barr virus belongs to herpes viridae family, just like our herpes simplex varicella zoster virus. This Epstein-Barr virus is also DNA enveloped and it is double-stranded, exactly like our herpes simplex virus. This knowledge will be tested in your if you are appearing for National Board Medical Exam in United States. And this can result in nasopharyngeal carcinoma and B cell lymphomas, including Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. What about human herpes virus? Human herpes virus is HHV8. The HHV8 causes Kaposi sarcoma associated herpes virus. In short, it causes Kaposi sarcoma. So this Kaposi sarcoma, which is a cancer, can be caused by HHV8. We know that HIV virus can affect our immune cells and can bring our CD4 counts much low. In addition to it, when the CD4 count is typically below 100, then HIV can cause primary CNS lymphoma. It sounds really scary, isn't it? So the CD4 count has to be maintained at an adequate level. Apart from the immunodeficiency that is caused by HIV virus, which results in squamous cell carcinoma like anal, esophagus, and cutaneous locations, it is capable of causing primary CNS lymphoma. USMLE questions will often use immunodeficiency context to suggest squamous cell carcinoma diagnosis. So generally in immunodeficient patients, they will be hinting towards squamous cell carcinoma. What about human papillomavirus and human lymphotropic virus? The human papillomavirus, commonly abbreviated as HPV, will cause squamous cell carcinoma. What is that we should focus on? The HPV has many strains. Out of them, strain 16 and 18 will cause squamous cell carcinoma, especially in the genital, anal, and sometimes in the oropharyngeal region too. What is HTLV? It is a human T-cell lymphotropic virus. It can result in two types of presentation. If it is localized, that is if it is cutaneous, then it can cause mycosis fungoides presentation. If it is widespread, it can result in a Sézary syndrome with circulating malignant cells, which are typical like cerebriform nuclei. there are certain additional parasitic and bacterial carcinogens too. What about schistosoma hematobium? Schistosoma hematobium is a trematode, just like what we saw in Clonarchus sinensis. This is also a trematode, but it will cause chronic bladder inflammation. From where will we acquire a trematode, schistosoma hematobium? It is seen in freshwater lakes. So any patient with the schistosoma hematobium will be giving you a history like swimming in the freshwater lakes or any exposure in the freshwater lakes. So this causes squamous cell carcinoma of the urinary bladder. On the other hand, the other causes like smoking or aniline dyes will result in transitional cell carcinoma of the urinary bladder. What about Streptococci bovis? This is a bacteria and this causes colorectal cancer. The bacteria which causes colorectal cancer is Streptococcal bovis. This in addition will also result in infective endocarditis. So I would like to tell you that aniline dyes will cause transitional cell carcinoma of the bladder, while schistosoma hematobium will cause squamous cell carcinoma of the bladder. With this, we have come to the end of this PPT. If you like my videos and if you like the way I teach, I have a good news. I'm starting my mentoring classes for medical graduates and USMLE aspirants. Send me a message in the comments and we can take it forward. Have a good day.